Hi, this is a non-disclaimer of sorts, with the remaining videos of Scott and myself blithering on, and my son having had several bottles of beer. We talk about various subject matter, and we are not prejudiced, and we are not hateful towards this guy or that guy, or this thing or that thing. Some of the subject matter is basically what a lot of people perceive. And the one where we do accents, everyone in this country, when they try to do an accent, some people are good, some people are not good. Yeah. No offense, please. We mean no offense. Yeah.
And we're back. Hello. We're going to finish off the night this evening with a number of beers, water, for sure, and coffee cake. Coffee cake is fantastic because it actually goes with coffee. It's like a 1950s staple.
Swedish coffee cake.
Swedish coffee cake. It has a little bit of egg, a little bit of butter, and about 14 pounds of sugar.
And
this stuff
sour
is
cream.
Sour cream and diabetes in a bar, if you will. It's absolutely excellent with coffee. But for our last vid tonight, we were thinking of doing cats and dogs. Living together, mass hysteria. Cats and dogs, basically.
First of all, I was going to tell you all the animals that I had growing up.
Yeah, there you go.
When I was born and little, my mom and dad had a cat. A Maine Coon cat. A big cat with long fur. Then we had, for about...
You had a Maine Coon?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Squeaker, was it?
Fluffy. When I was born.
Well, I didn't know that.
Cats don't live that long.
Well, I know, but Squeaker was Tabby?
Squeaky, I got him when I was 10.
There you go.
He was an American Shorthair.
Oh.
So then I had a frog. Well, I didn't have a frog. He lived at the side of the garage. I named him Herman. And then we had, my brother Richard and I had Angora rabbits, or long-haired rabbits. Sally and Alice. Alice was mine. And we've also took in some ducklings and some chicks. When they got a little older, they went out to my great aunt Emily's farm. And it's not just that they went out to live on the farm, they actually did go out to live on a farm. They were probably killed later for dinner, but they did go live on a farm.
Go on.
I got a cat when I was 10, and then also got a budgigar or parakeet.
What, was Squeaky the one you got when you were 10? Okay, alright, there you go. Squeaky's a great cat.
Hey, it was my bestest buddy. We had a bird, and then my mom brought home 2 guinea pigs. They were both female, but someone went on vacation and said, "Can you watch our guinea pig while we're on vacation?" That was a male. Pretty soon we had 32 guinea pigs. By that time, I was a teenager, and we moved down here to Missouri. We had Squeaky. And after a while, Max came along. Max was an orange tabby.
Good cat. Great cat.
He was a
very loungy.
Guy's guy.
Yeah, he's very loungy. Just kind of like
sleek. Yeah. Let's see, Squeaker passed away because he was like 17. And after a while, Max died. And my mom had Lady, which was a black and white cat.
Total bitch, though.
Well,
she was super cranky cat.
I didn't care for her.
Yeah.
And then we got Rainbow. That's the only animal well, Brian had Blackie, which was a rabbit.
Oh, wait a minute. I get to tell my childhood animals, don't I?
That's all the animals I had up until these guys.
Okay, well,
this guy and his brother.
Yeah, there you go. So, as a kid, we wanted a pet. We had Blackie, who was this little rabbit, right? And beautiful little rabbit, no personality at all. And I was little, so as far as I know, we didn't even exist, right? We kept him in a chicken wire cage out back of the house, and Blackie was my first experience with tragedy, I think, for the most part. I was 4?
I don't know, it affected Brian.
Super little. Crazy little. My brother's only 2 years older than me, so he's 6. Basically, a dog in the neighborhood got out of his own yard, chewed through the chicken wire, and ate half of our rabbit.
He didn't eat him, but the rabbit was trying to defend himself, and his paws were bloody, and he bled to death.
Basically, yeah. So imagine that as a 4-year-old and then go, oh, pets are nice. He was great. Apart from that, we didn't have a pet in the house except for
Petey.
My dad had some penchant for parakeets. I don't know why. Maybe he was touched by a parakeet as a child. Maybe he like saw a really racy movie once that had a nude parakeet scene in it, and so it really affected him deeply. My dad had a series of parakeets, all named Petey. You'd have one parakeet, it'd die. You get the next one, you name it Petey, that dies. You get the next one, you name it Petey too. This is the behavioral pattern of a serial killer, basically. Yeah, and he lived in a small cage, he chirped a lot, was annoying as hell. Everything, sorry. Went to the bathroom everywhere.
He was okay.
He was okay if you're really into small, annoying birds who don't do anything. You know, the sort of people who are super great with a goldfish.
Oh, we had fish.
Yeah, we had fish. If you're not familiar with what it's like to own a fish, they're crazy annoying, they don't do anything, and
you can't pet them.
They're a bitch to clean up after.
I cleaned it.
Takes a whole day.
A huge
day.
A huge tank.
Exactly. So, I'm about 10 years old or so, and we get a cat. Cat's calico.
We had conditions.
There you go.
My ex was abusive, and he said, well, you can get a cat if you fill this condition and that condition and this. Well, I filled all the conditions.
Turns out, we met the contractual obligations, or contractual ridiculous standards.
We had to have a name first, though.
Yeah, how crazy is that? Do you have a name for your cat before you pick out your cat? No, because you're not a sociopath. Okay, so we chose Rainbow because, alright, fine, whatever.
She was a calico, so it made
exactly.
Colors.
We met this itty-bitty, teeny tiny calico cat who was adorable, and by my dad/sociopath's conditions, she had to live only in the basement. The dude was a prick. I mean, just...
Hey, watch your mouth.
Through and through. And the fact of the matter is we had Rainbow, loved Rainbow. Due to the divorce, we ended up moving out, living with my grandma, her mom, right?
In the basement.
We still had Rainbow with us. Rainbow was a sweet cat. She was a little cranky, a little traumatized. Okay, whatever, right? Great calico cat. After Rainbow came Eddie? Was it Eddie?
Then we moved to this house, and we had Rainbow, and my friend Wayne said that Roger and I can't have cats where we're living. They won't let us have it. Will you take care of Scooter? Well, he didn't look like a Scooter. He looked more like an Edmund.
We named him Edmund after Edmund Blackadder. And so basically Eddie was what happens if you take a dog,
yes,
turn him into a tomboy, and then shove him into a tabby cat's body.
You've heard of transgender. He was like trans species. He was a dog in a cat body.
Absolutely.
He was a good dog.
He was a lap cat dog. He loved you to death. Soft as a pillow. Wonderful cat. My most tragic memory with Eddie is I was working. I was doing a delivery job of medical equipment. I stopped in. My mom was out of the house. I was in the area. And Eddie was as stiff as a board at the foot of the bed.
Oh, you were home before I was.
I met him before you did.
He fell asleep on the foot of my bed.
Yeah.
Poor little
he
fella.
went peacefully. Great
Poor
cat.
Little fella.
After that, I was in college. I got a cat named Thrall. I left to study abroad in France.
There was Haley, one of Brian's friends.
Not worth mentioning, but...
Well, she was as cute as a button, but dumb, and she had congenital kidney disease.
Kidney problems.
And I had to take her back to have her adopted out. I couldn't afford it. Someone dropped it off here.
Yeah.
I didn't go and adopt her.
Hey, can you watch this cat for a couple of weeks while we get a new apartment?
Yeah.
And then they're gone forever.
Yeah.
So, you know. So I'm in college, and through a friend of a friend, I get this itty-bitty, teeny tiny 3-week-old cat. I'm super into World of Warcraft at the time, and of course I named the cat Thrall. We thought Thrall was a female at first, so I named him Sylvanas, the Banshee Queen. Any WoW players out there, you know, cheers. Favorite character. Turns out, oh no, he has more below than we thought, and he's a boy, and he's a good cat. I end up leaving for France for a year, drop him off with a friend.
Wait a minute. You missed some very important things. When he was a wee little kitty like this.
Tiny kitty.
Scott lived with another guy in a school apartment going to college.
Crap hole.
And they, of course, being guys playing video games, they had pizza and tacos and stuff like that, chips and Pepsi and stuff. And he didn't like the tomatoes on top of the tacos.
Are you blaming me for Thrall's bad eating habits?
No. And he scraped the tomatoes off. The cat loves tomatoes. And he loves tacos. He loves pizza.
We used to get Taco Bell a lot. What can I say? It's cheap and it's good,
they had a refrigerator that was up next to the cabinet or something, and the cat learned how to wedge his body in there and open the refrigerator and get into the refrigerator.
He used to raid the fridge in the middle of the night while we were passed out in the other room. Can you believe it? Oh, that little stinker.
But now he's a big stinker.
He is a big stinker. He's put on a bit of weight, but what cat doesn't in their older age?
He'll be 11.
For myself personally, I moved in with my wife who's allergic to cats, which, you know, is heartbreaking for me. I was raised with cats, right?
They have a cat.
They do, but he's never around. So Marley and I, we were living in Victoria, British Columbia, on the west coast of the Great White North of Canada, and we wanted a dog. Marley grew up her whole life with dogs. She absolutely had to have one. You know, okay, I've never had a dog. Why not? I'll give it a go. And we go to the shelter. The only dog who wasn't barking, wasn't crazy, like wasn't all over this place was this super shy, really laid back, adorable little pit bull. And you're thinking, pit bull? What a vicious monster.
No, she's really a nice dog.
The pit bull debate is basically people who love them and say they're very kind versus people who got bit by one and said they're the devil.
Well, people are really a-holes and they make their dogs mean, and I think that's wrong. No matter what kind of dog you have, to make it mean and bark at people and want to kill somebody or jump the fence and eat their throats, that's wrong.
The truth is, of course, as usual, somewhere in between. Callie, our pit bull, as it turns out, picked her up when she was 2. She's adorable. She is a sweetheart. I will fully admit, she's, if I had to give a number, she's about 85% okay with other dogs. For the record, she's never started a fight, but other dogs have attacked her. Including, and I love my dog, she lost a fight to a Chihuahua because a Chihuahua attacked her and she was like, what do I do with this small pathetic thing? She had no idea. She thinks she's a lap dog. She is absolutely adorable and she's such a suck. So as it stands right now, my mom has Thrall.
Thrall.
Yeah, still, who's having a good time.
And Toby, my mannequin.
Oh, and Toby the mannequin. I don't think he counts as a pet though. He's more of a roommate, hey?
Yeah.
God forbid, should something happen to Thrall, would you consider another cat?
Yes.
Yeah? What kind of cat would you like? What is your dream cat? What is your ideal Sunday sort of cat? Is it Thrall? It's Thrall, right? He's a good cat.
Cougar.
A cougar? Like orange?
No. A big 6-foot long... What's the one that runs back and forth real fast?
A puma?
No.
Cheetah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're housebroken.
No, you can't have those.
Well.
It would be one of those you would know him or her when you saw it. It's like a child. You don't know that your child's going to have a big nose and ears that stick out, and you love him just the same.
Yeah. It's a good point.
I'm sorry. I'm just screwing with you. No, I mean, we didn't know
Well, how about that?
When we went to get Rainbow, there were some, in the same litter, there were some really adorable ones.
I was about to bring up Rainbow.
They were dumb. They were dumb, but Rainbow was, poor thing, had fleas and ear mites, and she
had a stomach problem. Do you remember the diarrhea?
All bedraggled and
diarrhea everywhere.
Poor little thing. But her soul spoke out to us. It depends on, it's like the beauty within. Just like humans, like anybody. Dogs, cats, whatever. I say dog.
Dog.
We're going to end this one, and I'm going to do one more with accents.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Rock on. We're going to do one more with accents, so have a good night. I'm on beer 10. I might go for 11. We'll see how you go. Can you keep up with me?